All right, salam alaikum. Critical Analytics here. Our daily program, open session, open. If you're interested, send your comment. We'll send you a link. Critical Analytics is a program to talk about the daily events, current events, in a critical analytical way. And we're open to discussion. If you're interested, receive your comments. You can make your comments online if you wish. You can come on and discuss your views as long as they're analytical. We don't deal with conjecture, supposition, superstition, belief matrix, interest. If you can't prove it, it's not logical, it's not reasonable, we're not interested. So our topics that we're going to discuss today, we have a few. Okay. Link salam, sister. Our first topic will be, just a minute, let me bring it up. Let's see. Still working on working out the bugs here. No, that didn't do it. That didn't do it. Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, let's bring it over right now. Okay. Okay, our topic today, we have several topics. The things that's in the news today is this situation about this sister that they're all upset about because she refused to salute the flag and respect the flag, so forth, so on. Then we have another topic we want to talk about is this ongoing virus. And another topic is about the situation in Iraq and Iran. Those are our three major topics. So if you'd like to comment or talk about them, then feel free to do so. Just bring up the first one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's bring up the first one here. Okay, here we go.
The U.S. Olympian who turned her back on the American flag during the national anthem Saturday says she was the victim of a setup. Hammer thrower Gwen Berry won bronze in the Olympic trials and put a t-shirt reading "activist athlete" over her head as the anthem played. She claims organizers should have played it before she got on the podium and says the anthem does not speak for her and that she represents those killed by systemic racism. It's not the first time she's used the podium to protest racism. She raised her fist at the Pan American Games in Peru 2 years ago. Tommy, it seems to me this athlete is making this all about herself. She says that it was a, quote, disrespectful move by the U.S. Olympic trial organizers and that they deliberately played this anthem when she was coming to the podium to, as she says, make a point and sort of stir the pot toward her. Your thoughts? Well, they already made a comment saying that they had the national anthem scheduled to play at that time, so the fact that she was set up is just simply not true. But furthermore, imagine being a U.S. Olympic athlete and being triggered by our national anthem and feeling, quote, pissed and set up because that anthem played as you were going to the podium. If you're going to be a U.S. Olympic athlete, you should get used to hearing that national anthem, whether you like it or not. The rest of this country and your fellow athletes are not going to bow to your triggers. But furthermore, I understand that that is her First Amendment right to be able to protest, to have her freedom of expression. But is it really too much to ask, if you want to be someone that represents the United States of America, that you have just a little bit of respect for that country that you're representing? It's not all about you.
Can you hear that so far?
It was a little muffled, so I did not hear exactly what was being shared, but I heard the idea. I did.
Oh, I can't turn it up anymore. See, can I make it louder?
It wasn't about the. It was just like staticky, like.
Oh, that's not good.
Right, I couldn't really understand.
Okay, let's try. Let's because I can't bring it over there. Okay, and you can't see it, right? You can just hear it.
Yes, I just hear it.
Okay, let's back up a little bit. I increase the volume, see if that helps any.
It's about this nation. It's a time of togetherness. It's a time of patriotism. And the fact that these athletes can't put. But furthermore, I understand Olympic athlete. Your thoughts? Well, they already made a comment saying that they had the national anthem scheduled to play at that time, so the fact that she was set up is just simply not true. But furthermore, imagine being a U.S. Olympic athlete and being triggered by our national anthem and feeling, quote, pissed and set up because that anthem played as you were going to the podium. If you're going to be a U.S. Olympic athlete, you should get used to hearing that national anthem, whether you like it or not. The rest of this country and your fellow athletes are not going to bow to your triggers. But furthermore, I understand that that is our First Amendment right to be able to protest, to have her freedom of expression. But is it really too much to ask, if you want to be someone that represents the United States of America, that you have just a little bit of respect for that country that you're representing?
Is that any better?
Yes, sir, I hear that. I feel like she is an original Black woman who is even though she is, it's telling her because she is basically in, what am I trying to explain? Basically, she should respect that what she's doing, because that's what basically, if she's in that field, then that's what she needs to do, basically. So she needs to, but my views of it, that's a original Black woman who is doing something that she loves. However, she's against what they, basically, America. So what they are seeing is that a real Black woman who's against what they stand for. So they're telling her she needs to respect that due to her being in that field. However, why should she have to respect that when just because she's in that field, she's doing her job? She don't have to respect. She is. I feel like that she's misguided. She's basically trying to show why respect something that disrespects her. However, she does not have that understanding of what's really going on. So she's doing these things against them, which is making them look bad, which is what we are doing, which is exposing them. However, she's in that field, so it makes her, they saying, well, she needs to do what they told her to do because she's in that field. However, I feel like she doesn't have to do that. I feel like she's one of the Black women who are looking for a light and don't have it. So this is how she's expressing herself and turning her back on the flag, and they are upset about it.
Yeah, they're upset about a lot of things these days. I'm not sure why it's not showing you that little issue here with this. Issue here with this. See, let's turn this off, that off, and let's turn this off. And why it's not? For some reason, it's not showing. It's not showing. Well, we have to work on that. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. See, the thing is she's saying stuff like, well, can't she just show one little bit of respect
No.
for the one little bit of respect for the flag? I said, well, why should she? This is not our flag. They took our flag from us. So, and they tell us that they took our flag from us, took everything from us, but now we supposed to accept that and honor the people that did it to us and honor their flag, the same flag that enslaved us, that murdered us and raped us. And so, oh, wait, she should have just a little bit of respect. Why any respect at all? You know, it's like someone rapes you and say, well, shouldn't you have some respect? I don't rape you as much as I used to. See? No, that's what they're saying. Because they're saying, well, you know, they should have respect that we made progress. Well, then that means you're admitting that you was no good to begin with.
Exactly. Exactly. We made progress.
Yeah. Make progress from what? From what did you make progress from?
Where was the progress coming from? Exactly. You are basically saying that you all were evil. So,
sick people.
yes, sir.
And they're blocking my ability to, for some reason, they're blocking my ability to see to show that to show the meeting. I guess shit, but they won't let me transfer it over. Won't let me transfer over the anyway, we'll work with it. So always something. Okay, well, that's so that's why I want to talk about her, because they really upset about that. So why they talk so much about it? They weren't so upset about it. Well, she should. We accepted her right to free speech, right? But she shouldn't do it right then. So in other words, you can have, but you only have it when we say you can have it.
Exactly. They share. I was also reading watching a news article today about the critical race theory, and he shared that we as Americans allow freedom of speech. If that's the case, then why are y'all upset about that? That's freedom of speech.
Because she ain't speaking like they wanted to speak.
Exactly. So you cannot say freedom of speech. That's not freedom of speech.
But to them, they said, well, you know, she's representing America. We didn't ask you to bring us over here. This ain't our country. This ain't our flag. You brought us over here. So now we're not supposed to work. Well, why are you working? Well, I mean, okay, we're supposed to starve to death now?
What are we supposed to do? Exactly. She's doing her talent. That's what she loves to do. But she's going to show that she don't respect you all as a people and as a country. And those are the sisters those are the ones who are looking for that light that you share. That a lot of people are out here who are looking for that light, but don't understand and don't know where to come for that light. So that's the purpose. Exactly. So once she'll be one to get that light and understand it. And
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. In other words, you can free speech as long as you say good things about them. See?
Right.
And say what they want you to say. Otherwise, shut up. That's the bottom line. See? And because all she said, she didn't say anything that was wrong. I mean, it's not our flag. Why she need to respect their flag? That's not our flag. Exactly. But see, so in other words, they're gonna force us to be part of them. Oh, well, you American, well, because you said so.
Right.
We don't want to be here. We didn't ask to be here. Oh, you Americans. Well, so if you listen to the rest of these people, I'm gonna play the rest of this, and then we're gonna move on. Because I mean, these people are sick.
Yes, sir.
It's not all about you. It's about this nation. It's a time of togetherness. It's a time of patriotism. And the fact that these athletes...
See there? It's all about unity. It's all about...
Right.
We didn't ask you to bring us over here. We don't want to be united with you. We want to get away from you. But when we want to get away from you, you say, oh, you're separatists. We want to get away from you. We don't want to be part of you. So they think they're so great that we should be happy to be with them.
Exactly.
But we don't want to be a part. Don't you get? We don't. Oh, why y'all preaching separation? Because we don't want to be part of you.
Exactly.
Let me finish with it, and then we move to the next one. I don't want to make this long.
Can't put that aside. Just while they're competing for our country, you have plenty of time in your off time to be an activist athlete, but could you just have a little bit of respect for the people that fought and died for your right to even stand up?
See, people fought and died for your right to. They didn't fight and die for our right to do a damn thing. See, these people just sick. That was y'all fight. Y'all fight your enemies. They had no. We had no part of that, God. They fought for our right to have that. We didn't ask for that. We had all those rights before we came over here.
Right.
So people fought your right to have those things. Who fought for our rights to have anything? These people just say anything. They get these little girls up there. They got their blonde hair and everything, and they think they're pretty, and they don't know a damn thing. And, don't know what they talk about, because that's what they're selling. They ain't selling knowledge. They selling emotionalism. They selling sex. That's what they're selling.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's exactly what they're selling. You ever seen any ugly white girls on there? You know what I'm saying?
No.
You mean they not intelligent? Old ones and ugly ones. You ever seen them on there? No, you don't see them on there because that ain't what it's about.
Mm-hmm. It's about exactly. It's selling that look.
Exactly. What happened to my? Oh, there it is. Let me finish this off.
What about respect for us for 40 years? Too much to ask.
have any.
And Jason, to Tommy's point, the United States Olympic Committee has said that they will allow athletes to demonstrate on the podium should one medal there in the Tokyo Games this summer. But the International Olympic Committee remains committed to enforcing their Rule 50, which prohibits demonstration on the podium. So if Gwen Berry wins a medal in the actual Olympics and chooses to do this, while the U.S. might capitulate to her disrespectful stance of turning her back to the flag, globally, it will be
That's not our flag. Took our flag from us.
I agree with Tommy Lahren here, and to the athlete who decides that it's too much for her to stand and recognize the United States of America and the national anthem, then have the political guts to not participate in the games to represent the United States of America. Go participate in your backyard. Go to your YMCA.
Go back to Africa.
Throwing if that's what you want. But if you're going to wear the flag, the United States of America, and represent us as a country, then you're going to have to be okay to put the red, white, and blue and listen to that national anthem. And if you want to protest, then go do that on your own time.
Go back to Africa.
While they're playing
Protest
the
there.
national anthem in front of the world.
Exactly.
And many people are saying that while they support the right to protest on the podium in sort of public manner such as this by athletes, that this particular form of protest, turning her back to the flag, was so...
Exactly. That's what they're saying.
Exactly. Basically, that's basically what they're saying, but they're not saying that.
Right.
Exactly.
Go back to Africa. Exactly what they're saying.
So disrespectful and such a turnoff that there is very, very little support for her doing this. Yeah, very little support because this was not a setup at the Games. This was a publicity stunt. She knew the anthem was going to be played. If she had taken the time to read the schedule that was public, then she would have known. She had her T-shirt there ready to go. It seems to me like an absolute publicity stunt. You hit the nail on the head, Emily, right at the top. When you said this is all about her. The national anthem is about us, about our whole country, all of us. And she chose to
With
make it
all
about
of
her.
you.
So she would get the headline.
With all of you.
It's about us.
Sick people.
It's about
Parents, and by this type of controversy.
What was that, sister?
I said, so why would she choose? This is about us. It's about everyone in the. This is about y'all because if that's the case, she wouldn't even have the thought to disagree to it.
Exactly.
Like.
Exactly.
What's causing her to disagree to y'all? What's going on to cause her to turn her back on it?
Good question. They won't answer that one.
Right.
See,
Exactly.
See, they don't believe it. They always talk about the effect. They don't talk about the cause.
Right.
Because they're the cause.
Right. Exactly.
Protest, it seems that it's detracting from whatever message she claims that she has that could have actually maybe garnered support for some type of change that she's trying to achieve here in this country, because now the conversation is just about how disrespectful she is.
If you're so good, why we need to change?
You know, it's interesting what Jason said too. I mean,
Demon, chief demon here.
Does anybody feel like they represent her? I mean, that she represents them is the question.
She's married to a Chaldean.
1968 medal winner, track and field, John Carlos.
Husband is white.
Held up the fist on the podium. And we talked about these very issues. And he said, you know, Harris, one of the things people didn't realize was if you open that fist, it's 5 fingers, and it's all of us working together on the team and as a nation.
It took 40 years to figure it out without her.
Details about that story, but he said, you know, during the history of all of this, at the time, people laid on it what they wanted to lay on it. He said, had I had it to do all over again, at the time I might have explained that. I might have opened my fist.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder where this woman will be when it comes time to open up to why this moment had to happen and who really was represented by that.
Whatever that means.
Said, Jason, not me.
A bunch of bullshit.
Why a government task force calls the rotunda that houses the Declaration of Independence and other founding documents an example of
Okay, let's go to the next one. These people that they're pathetic. They're
Right.
pathetic. They say anything, and they talk around circles, hold the fist and all that kind of stuff. They create this problem. They create this problem, and now they talk all around circles and all that kind of stuff. And you got a lot of our people listen to it, and they got these demons like that big demon right there. They're the ones pushing it, but they look at her background. She don't have nothing to do with no black folks.
Exactly. Her husband, exactly. That's the main ones they put on there, and their husband be white.
Exactly. Let's move to the next one. Okay, here's this one. Founding Fathers. Now, this one always gets me.
the National Archives Task Force on Racism claiming its own rotunda is racist. The rotunda houses the Declaration of Independence, the U.S. Constitution, and paintings of the Founding Fathers. The report from the National Archives and Records Administration, quietly published in April, says, quote, examples of